Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Krishnamurthy, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Chemistry, JSS Art, Science and Commerce College, Gukak, which is affiliated to Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi. So, last class we discussed about the concept electronic spectrum. In that, we already know the meaning of electronic spectrum, Born-Oppenheimer approximation, then potential energy curve, then molecular orbital theory, then energy level diagram. Today, the second session will discuss about the concept of potential energy curves for bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So this is very important to the point of examination. So according to molecular orbital theory, the molecular orbitals are formed by the linear combination of atomic orbitals, that is LCAO. So this is, we already know how molecular orbitals are formed. So molecular orbitals are formed by the linear combination of atomic orbitals. So for diatomic molecule, for example, hydrogen, the formation of two different orbitals takes place in two ways. So the formation of the molecular orbitals, that is in two ways. That is, one is bonding molecular orbital and the other one is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here the bonding molecular orbital is formed by the combination by addition. Here crest of one wave overlaps with crest of another wave. So in case of antibonding molecular orbital, the orbital combination by subtraction. So crest of one wave overlaps with crest of another wave. So this is bonding and antibonding molecular orbital. So let us discuss one by one in detail. So bonding molecular orbital. So a bonding molecular orbital is formed by the additive overlap of atomic orbitals. So if psi A and psi B are the wave functions of atomic orbitals of atom A and B respectively, then psi MO, that is molecular orbital, is equal to psi A plus psi B, because bonding molecular orbital is additive overlap. Therefore, psi A plus psi B. So square on both sides. Psi square MO is equal to psi A plus psi B whole square. So this is very similar to A plus B whole square. That means A square plus B square plus 2AB. That is psi MO is equal to psi square A plus psi square B plus 2 psi A psi B. So here psi square MO is greater than psi square A plus psi square B. That means the increase in the value of psi square MO means larger electron density between the two nuclei, resulting in the greater attraction between them. So in case of bonding molecular orbital, the electron density so move towards the nucleus. So clearly the energy of the molecular orbital will be lower than either of the two combining atomic orbitals. The bonding molecular orbital energy is lower when compared to the energy of atomic orbitals. So here titanium is simple ellipsoid and symmetrical in shape. So it is denoted by sigma 1s. So bonding molecular orbital is denoted by sigma 1s. So let us discuss about antibonding molecular orbitals. So an antibonding molecular orbital is formed by the subtractive overlap of atomic orbitals. So if psi A and psi B are the atomic orbitals, then psi MO is equal to psi A minus psi B. Here negative, because antibonding molecular orbitals formed by the subtractive overlap. So next squaring, psi square MO is equal to psi A minus psi B whole square, is A minus B whole square. A square plus B square minus 2AB. That is psi MO is equal to psi square A plus psi square B minus 2 psi A psi B. So here psi square MO is less than psi square A minus psi square B. That means the decrease in the value of psi square MO means smaller electron density between the two nuclei, resulting a repulsion between the atomic orbitals. So in case of antibonding molecular orbital, the electron density moving away from the nucleus, causing an increase in the energy. So it is denoted by sigma star 1s. So antibonding molecular orbital is denoted by sigma star 1s, and the energy is higher than atomic orbitals. So the antibonding molecular orbital, the energy, it has higher energy than atomic orbitals. So next, the potential energy curve. So this is potential energy curve. So potential energy curve, nothing but the potential energy curve, the potential energy along y-axis and the internuclear distance along x-axis. So here we observed it has two curves. So one is bonding molecular orbital and the other one is antibonding molecular orbital. So the bonding molecular orbital has less energy than antibonding. Bonding mainly represents the attractive interaction, while antibonding represents repulsive interaction. So here R0 is internuclear distance. The dotted line represents dissociation energy. So the dotted line represents dissociation energy. Here we observed a horizontal lines. So in potential energy curve represents vibrational energy levels. If increase the energy of molecule, vibrational energy level also increases, and the internuclear distance between the atoms in the molecule also increases. Then the molecule reaches high energy, then the electron jumps from bonding to antibonding molecular orbitals. So the potential energy curve of a diatomic molecule is obtained by plotting potential energy of the system versus internuclear distance. Here this is bonding molecular orbital, this is antibonding molecular orbital. If sufficient energy is supplied to the molecule, then electron is promoted from lower energy level to higher energy level, that is bonding to antibonding molecular orbital. This is about the potential energy curve. So as we observed in diatomic molecule, for example hydrogen. So hydrogen molecule, so molecular orbital is formed by the combination of two hydrogen atoms. So hydrogen molecule is formed by the linear combination of two hydrogen atoms to form this is bonding molecular orbital, that is sigma 1s, and this is antibonding molecular orbital, that is sigma star 1s. So this is lower energy, and sigma star 1s, this antibonding has higher energy. So sigma 1s, that is sigma is equal to psi a plus psi b, whereas in case of antibonding, sigma star is equal to psi a minus psi b, where psi a psi b are the wave functions of the atomic orbitals A and B respectively. So this is a energy level diagram. So next, qualitative description of selection rule. So this is also very important. So electronic transitions which obeys selection rule are known as allowed transition, and the electronic transitions which does not obey the selection rule are known as forbidden transitions. So once again, this is very important. The electronic transitions which obeys selection rule are known as allowed transitions, and the electronic transitions which does not obey the selection rule are known as forbidden transitions. So the transition between the possible electronic states is governed by set of selection rules. There are two types. There are two types of selection rule. One is spin selection rule, and the second one is Leporte selection rule. So let us discuss one by one in detail. spin selection rule. So according to this rule, during electronic transitions, the spin multiplicity does not change. That is, change in spin multiplicity, that is delta S is equal to 0. This is the condition. So if it is allowed transition, spin multiplicity delta S is equal to 0 according to spin selection rule. So what is meaning by spin multiplicity? Spin-spin interactions cause splitting of the energy states into 2s plus 1. This is spin multiplicity rule. Values known as spin multiplicity of the given energy state. So next, the spin multiplicity is given by 2s plus 1. So where s is equal to n by 2. So here S nothing but total spin and n is the number of unpaired electrons. Here the table gives the spin multiplicity. So this is n, that is number of unpaired electrons. This is S, that is total spin, 2s plus 1 spin multiplicity, and this is multiplicity. If n is equal to 1, then total spin is equal to 1 by 2. Spin multiplicity 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1. So 2 cancel, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That will be doublet. If n is equal to 2, S is equal to 2 by 2, that is 1. Spin multiplicity will be 3. Multiplicity will be triplet. If n is equal to 3, then S is equal to 3 by 2. Spin multiplicity 4. That leads quartet. If n is equal to 4, total spin will be 2. Spin multiplicity will be 5, and it is quintet. From this, we know by the spin selection rule, we know the spin multiplicity. So here two sets of selection rules we observe. Singlet to singlet. So one is allowed transitions and the other one is forbidden transitions. We have observed two sets of selection rules. So singlet to singlet, doublet to doublet, triplet to triplet. These are all allowed transitions. Singlet to singlet, that is 1, 1. The difference is 0. 2, 2. Difference is 0. 3, 3. Difference is 0. That is delta S is equal to 0. Spin multiplicity is equal to 0. Therefore, these are allowed transition. So in case singlet to triplet, doublet to singlet, triplet to singlet, these are forbidden transition because singlet 1, 3, difference is 2. Doublet singlet, that is 2, 1, difference is 1. Here triplet singlet 3, 1, difference is 2. Therefore, they are not equal to 0. Delta S not equal to 0. Therefore, these are forbidden transitions. So, according to spin selection rule, the change in spin multiplicity should be 0. Then only they are considered as allowed transitions. Otherwise, they are forbidden transitions. So, according to spin selection rule, the spin multiplicity, that is delta S, should be 0. So then only allowed transition. So this is about the first selection rule. So next we discussed about the second one, Laporte selection rule. This is also called symmetry selection rule. So according to this rule, during an electronic transition, the orbital quantum number must change by plus or minus 1. That is delta L is equal to 0 or plus or minus 1. 0 or plus or minus 1. So here we observe quantum numbers. There are 4 quantum numbers to describe of an atom. So as we already know, that is a basic thing. Number one, principal quantum number, that is n. Second one, azimuthal quantum number, or it is also called orbital quantum number. It is represented by L. Then magnetic quantum number m. Then spin quantum number s. So here orbital quantum number or the azimuthal quantum number delta L is equal to 0 or plus or minus 1. Then only they are allowed transition, otherwise they are forbidden transition according to Laporte selection rule. So for centrosymmetric molecules with inversion center, the Laporte rule says that electronic transitions between Gerard to ungerard states are not allowed. So that is Gerard to Gerard, ungerard to ungerard is forbidden transition. Gerard to ungerard, ungerard to Gerard is allowed transition. So according to Laporte selection rule, Gerard to Gerard, ungerard to ungerard is forbidden transition. Gerard to ungerard, ungerard to Gerard is allowed transition. So as we know, if L is equal to 0, that is s orbital, L is equal to 1, p orbital, L is equal to 2, d orbital, and L is equal to 3, f orbital. So here s orbital to s orbital, that is 0 to 0. So delta L is equal to 0, therefore it is allowed transition. S orbital to p orbital, the difference is 1. Difference is 1, delta L is equal to plus 1, therefore it is allowed transition. Then p and f, p orbital, that is 1, f orbital 3, difference is plus 2, therefore it is forbidden transition, because according to Laporte selection rule, 0 or plus or minus 1. So then only that is allowed transition, otherwise they are forbidden transition. Here delta L is equal to plus 2, therefore it is forbidden transition. So p orbital to d orbital, so p is nothing but 1, d is 2, difference is 1, delta L is equal to plus 1, therefore it is allowed transition. So from this we know, understand the two selection rule, that is one is spin selection rule. According to spin selection rule, delta S should be 0, that is spin multiplicity should be 0. And the second one is Laporte selection rule. So according to this rule, delta L is equal to 0 or plus or minus 1. So these transitions are allowed transitions. So these are allowed transitions are sharp and intense, whereas forbidden transitions are broad and less intense. So in this class we know about the potential energy curve for bonding and antibonding molecular orbitals and selection rule. Two types of selection rule, that is spin selection rule and also Laporte selection rule. Thank you.